So, welcome to this tutorial for Premiere Pro. This is Premiere Pro CC. There's not really any difference in anything, so that was, I didn't need to say that, but, people don't really, they might not know they're similar, so, yeah, they're similar. Don't worry about finding an exact tutorial, so, if you have, like, CS6 or something, I think CS5 is the furthest you can go without it being too different, but just yeah, C is what this is. So let's get started. All right. So this layout, for starters, I have saved. So I don't think it started out like this because I moved stuff around. This is my timeline. I think the timeline started out down here, but if you want to move things, just click it at the top, and you can. It's kind of strange how they have it, but move it like that. Don't do what I did. You can't as much as I want to press Control Z, it kind of can't do that. It actually moved it right here as the in a tab. So I think that puts it alright, yeah, that puts it there. This is where you'll see your motion and audio and all that jazz. And I'll get more into that later. So right now I'm gonna quickly snag a video that I have, a random video. This is just some Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay. It's nothing too crazy or so I guess we'll start with these controls up here. This is the magnet thingy. I don't thingy. All right, I won't say that anymore. Press Control K to split your clips and split your video to make it a clip. And the magnet, what that does is sometimes if it's not selected, it will not snap. It will not put it right here. So if you want it to snap and be a clean, like that, then make sure you have that selected. This selection means that this button means that when it's selected, you can click either. You don't have to select the whole thing. You can click either the audio or anywhere, and it'll move both the audio track and the video track. When it's not selected, you can move it. A different way to do this is to have it all selected and then go to, I believe it is unlink. It is unlink. So you just completely unlink it altogether, so that when you undo that, it doesn't give you this annoying red text, but it's actually not annoying. It tells you that it's off, so that's good. I wouldn't recommend unlinking it unless you know what you're doing, and but yeah, I like this, and I just select it like that. So again, you Control K to split your video, and of course Control Z, like in any program, will undo your last thing that you just did. Let's do Control T, and you don't really need to name it. Just press OK. If this is selected, just press that. Sometimes it won't be, but type in. Alright, tutorial. You can Control A to select it quickly. Choose one of these presets, or you can go up here to the drop down and select a font that you like. You can download fonts, and then it'll just automatically pop up here. You don't have to do any crazy downloading and unpacking. But yeah, this over here is this will center your text horizontally, and this will do it vertically. Right? That's center. That's horizontal. That's vertical. So let's not mess up again. You can hold shift, make it bigger. I don't like this because it used to be you can expand it and the text will stay. I'm pointing to my screen like you can see my hand, but I don't know why. You used to be able to just move it and it wouldn't expand it like this. And I don't know why they changed it. I actually kind of liked it. But yeah, whatever, I guess. Who cares? So that's your text. You just click it and drag it over into your video like that. Pretty simple. Like that. Also, this will quickly allow you to shorten it instead of having to select it and Control K to split it. So this is like our intro. Alright, so for fading and effects and all that jazz, we're gonna go to the effects tab down here. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna get into presets in a minute. That should be actually it should be another video, because I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can make all these things, and I made these presets. I'll tell you how to make them. This is like a screen tear, but yeah, I'll get to that in another video. But for now, we're gonna get to the basics. These are video transitions. You got your wipes, your slides, your page peels, your iris. You don't really need. I mean, you can experiment with anything. I mean, I don't know, cube spin. It's not really. It doesn't really look good unless it's over video too. That way, it kind of you can see the background, how it looks. Checker wipe. You know, just really experiment with what you like. All you do is click and drag it onto your text in the front or back. If this comes up, just mess with it. It's not really. The higher the slider, the softer it appears. So, like that, you can see a difference. I think if you. Okay, so you zoom in. Also, by the way, sorry I didn't get to this earlier. I should have done this like immediately. Hold Alt and scroll up or down to zoom in and out quickly. Man, that makes you want to start this whole thing over, but you know, like I said, I'm not planning this out. This isn't really a good tutorial. But I'm trying to cover everything that, like, you know, people wouldn't normally cover in a tutorial. They have like a series of tutorials, like, oh, next week we're gonna get to splitting, next week we're gonna get to, you know, this and that, and let's just get to all of it right now. Oh, it's pinwheel, yeah, whoa, that was cool. Pinwheel, and we're gonna do random blocks right here. That's so neat. So if you want your basic fade in, fade out, cross dissolve is your fade in, and it can be your fade out, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we got to splitting. That's recap everything. Recap, okay? To get your notes out, we're gonna do a little quick test. Recap. Control K will split your videos. Oh, this wasn't selected. That's your linked. This button is your link selection, so it'll allow you to click it anywhere, and you can drag it, and it won't do this. So this is your magnet. You want that to just select everything. I don't even know what that is. I don't use that. I don't marker. No one uses that. And this is why I don't use it, because once you click it by accident, you can't get rid of it. I'm like, oh, there you go. Control Z. All right. So, let's see. I know what we can do. This is so bad. Just don't. I don't do tutorials. I'm not good at this stuff. Your effects panel right here. Your effects controls. Let's expand this. This is how you expand. So, what here is this is your position. The slider makes it go left and right, or right and left, and this will go up and down. This is your scale. Whoa. And uniform scale means that you can, scale it like that and like that. Rotation is it's rotation. It's, anchor points. This is your anchor point. You can this will move your coordinates. Just don't use this. Just if you ever need for any reason to move, like if you're trying to rotate text to look like that or something, you move this, and the anchor point will let you spin it around on like that anchor. That's your anchor. It's the anchor point. So that really isn't necessary for beginners. It's more of an advanced tool if you're like making animated text, which I'll get to later, maybe in another video. This is important. This is very frustrating, and you should pay attention to it right now. If you're new to this, you don't know what this is. This right here is your toggle button, which means, so let's start right here. So if we press this little keyframe button and we move a couple frames, what is this? You can move frames by your left and right arrow keys. If you move the volume up or down, whatever, that's gonna be loud. If you move it, let's move it down. So you can do it either way. If we press this little button right here to go back to the previous frame, we click it, it'll snap right back to the frame that we started at. So when we play the video, look right here, it'll drop the volume either up or down or whatever you set it to. So let's undo that. And that you can do that with everything. Anything that has this, I'm pointing to my screen again. Anything that has these keyframe, you can press scale. Let's see, we're gonna start at 100. We'll play the video and drop it down to like 35, whatever, and it'll do like that. If you want to be a little fancy pants, then you can go back to your previous keyframe. Press your toggle animation button right here. That's going to automatically, whenever you press that, that's going to create a keyframe. You can then go to the next keyframe. You can move it like right here. And this little strand of dots indicates where it once was and now where it is. I think you can click this and move it. So yeah, so when you move it back, it's going to start over there. That's kind of confusing, and I should have done that, but let's see now what it looks like. So yeah, so now it moves like there. So if you're having like a little montage sequence, then you can like move. Now you know how to like do fancy animated videos and clips and stuff and whatnot. Also, all right. So this is another thing. So let's Control K. Let's get right here. We'll press. Where's the button? Right here. This is your reset parameter. So if you don't want this anymore, you don't want it to be up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, or wherever it is. Let's zoom in, Alt scroll, move to the very beginning of the clip. Scroll a little more if you can't. And you press this reset parameter button, and it will create a new keyframe, and it'll reset exactly to what it was before you messed with it. If you want, I think, no, keep that checked. Keep that. So there we go. It's back to normal. Alright, so we went over text. Man, I really should have written this down. We went over how to make text. These things down. Let me close this. How to make a text thing. I don't even know what that's called. How to split, how to do introduction, fade-ins and whatnot, how to do keyframe volume changes with pressing that and changing it. Also, you just saw that it'll save automatically, but what you want to do is Control S will save it, even though this is just a tutorial video. We'll save it. Want to save that like a lot. Save your videos frequently, even though it will save it automatically because your things can crash. What I do is I have an external SSD which I plug in and frequently back up all my videos. Also, what you want to do if you're backing up videos, if you're backing up projects, you want to back up your videos themselves. Without the videos, your project is nothing. If you delete the actual video, like in the file where it is saved, where you recorded it to, these will all be red, and it'll say missing media. And you don't know how many times that's happened to me with projects, old projects, really. I mean, because I've come across it before, so it never really messed me up. But it just kind of sucks if you like want to go back to a project or something and you accidentally deleted the video. Make sure you just back up all your videos and projects to one space frequently. You don't have to do it all the time. Just do it like enough so that after you're working on a project, you're like, okay, I really don't want to lose this. This is really good. Back it up. All right. That kind of goes without saying, but a lot of people don't do it because it's like a pain in the butt. Um, I agree, it is a pain in the butt, but you know you have to do it. So that's the basics of Premiere Pro. If I missed any, I don't think I missed anything. That's really what I what I do to start with in a project. I'll click and drag a video into here, drag it into the timeline wherever it may be. Also, if you want to, you can go to workspaces up here and save as new workspace. When you click save as new workspace, that's going to save whatever you have, any position that you have your stuff in. So if this is down here, I messed it up. If it's down there or wherever, if it's like right here, your timeline is down here, and yada yada yada, you just go back and you go to your workspace and you can click whatever it was. I think workspace one. Yeah, it was. And it'll be back to normal because you can't Control Z, you can't undo it. It'll just kind of piss you off. Am I recording? Oh my god, if I wasn't recording, I would have been so upset because I don't have audio selected for Shadowplay. I'm also using Shadowplay to record my desktop right now, and Audacity to record my microphone. By the way, just throwing that out there. Yeah, so I'll be back again with another tutorial. See you later.